Hey, good evening. Welcome to my channel, Underrated Doctor. Yours truly, the number one grinder. One of the best kid secrets on YouTube, the best of the business. This is the Underrated MMA Talk number 23. The Underrated MMA Talk number 23. Let's read this off. Come enjoy real conversation with the number one grinder, us as the righteous ones. Individually, let's make a change within ourselves and genuinely being there for each other. We all we got. Yep, we all we got. Hey, what's up? What's up, Swoops like me? What's good? See you in a while. Thanks for coming. I'm gonna hit y'all with this intro. Then I'm gonna hit George up. And we'll be right back.
But y'all thought y'all wasn't gonna see me? I'm the Osiris of this shit. Check this out. Perfect.
But you're a well-rounded warrior. You keep on fighting. That's what I am. Well-rounded warrior. I say for me, I've been passed over with my family, my fans, so-called family, some so-called family members, some friends, and etc. Pass over me. They feel that I'm not even there. And I used to accept it as I'm gonna prove something to you. Nah. That I have to understand when I get older is what I am. And I have to understand that when I'm moving of a certain space of my life to strive to do better, not that many people is going to understand your vision. Not many people is refused to understand the growth of your vision, of your self-vision. The growth of your vision help some. Welcome to my channel, Underrated Darkness. Yours truly, the number one grinder. This is the Underrated. This is the Underrated MMA Sports Talk number 23. And I'm going to introduce my brother George in the house. What's good, my brother?
What's good, bro? What's up?
All right. Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you.
Yeah. Great. Oh yeah, I caught the ending of your live, man.
I appreciate it. I saw you. I appreciate you coming through. I would have shot you out, but before you were already coming in. I would have shot you out because it was a great interview. She was Sarah and her husband Drew were great people because today was an anniversary, and they took the time out and to give me this interview. She's a lovely lady. I think
Mm-hmm.
she really got the short end of the stick when it came to MMA. You know,
Oh,
yeah, because she only had two fights with them, lost those first two fights, and they cut her,
oh wow.
and it don't make no sense why they did that because there's fighters on the roster that were going to like four fight losing streaks and
I
still didn't get cut. I understand contracts, whatever, but some even if you have a contract, they will cut you, just for the hell of it.
yeah.
So just you and me tonight.
Now Jay said he gonna be here. You can say he gonna be here in a few minutes.
Alrighty, and like I said, I'm going a little short because I didn't watch the fight last night because I don't do the pay per views. I mean,
That's all right.
yeah.
We're gonna stick to MMA, man.
All right.
MMA.
Now, I'm not talking about the fight. I'm talking about the MMA. I didn't watch that either. I
You
just
didn't watch it either.
no, because I don't do ESPN. ESPN's I watch it on ESPN television, but I don't do the streaming. And just yeah. But what I do sometimes because I don't really follow guys that much. I pay a little attention more to the women. And what I do is like YouTube. All you gotta do is hey, somebody always gonna post it on YouTube. All you gotta do is put in a search, and you can find it. It'd be kind of the quality won't be as good if you watch it on streaming, but it's good enough where you can keep up with it as much as you can.
Okay.
hmm
So then you ain't watched nothing.
Like I said, I did watch some on YouTube, but a couple of fights, but not really the whole card.
Well, let's talk about that then. Okay, let's go.
Well, as you know, the main event for this past UFC, because what they did was they pushed their fight till it started. I think 11 o'clock Vegas time because something else was going on that night, so
Right.
they had
Yeah.
to
Uh-huh.
push that up.
Yeah.
Now on the prelims was a fight where I fought later that interview a while ago was Lupi Gutierrez, and this was her second fight with the UFC. Her first fight, she got screwed. She fought against Jessica Benet, who is as we call her EPO cheat. She got caught twice, tested twice and got caught. She got spitted. She couldn't fight for all. She had fight. Barely fight for almost 4 years. And this was her return fight against Lupi. And that fight, Lupi put up a good fight, but they gave the fight to Jessica Benet, which is total other bullshit. Excuse my language.
Uh-huh.
But Lupi got a second fight. She was supposed to have some more fights. Even the lady I did interview with, Sarah Alpar, she supposed to have fought Lupi, this summer. But
Uh-huh.
because Lupi lives in Canada, and because of what's going on in the world, because there's another thing I don't want to talk about, her she had visa issues. It's going on a lot with a lot of fighters living out of the country because used to be back in the day, some fighters all you gotta do is hey, your visa's good, you just come in. But because what's going on and restrictions about that, it's a lot harder for some fighters to get in this country. You have to do a
Yeah.
quarantine and all that other stuff, and then it's just a lot of other BS. But
Yeah.
Lupita, she fought against a fighter. She originally going to fight against a fighter named Sarah Hughes, and she fought Sarah Hughes fighting her twice in her career. She fought in amateurs, and then this was their third fight together. But what happened or Sam Hughes. I'm sorry, Sam Hughes. Sorry, what happened with Sam Hughes is that one of her coaches had caught which I'm not going to talk about because anytime you talk about it, YouTube gonna put that stupid little thing under your video. So I ain't gonna mention it. And that fight was canceled. And then she got this fight against this girl from another, her name is let me say Savania
Uh-huh.
Gomez
Yeah.
Horde, was it sorry, Warris, and she fought out of Compatite and two other organizations. Warriors was supposed to fight on Dana White's Contender Series, but because Sam Hughes' camp, somebody got she was pushed up to fight in this fight. So I saw the fight, and it was a short fight. Lupi is a tough girl. She fought for the LFA championship a while back. She defeated the former champion Vanessa Delopoulos, who is now in the UFC also. And Lupi put up a good fight. She pushed the girl against the cage, beat her down, tried to tip a rear naked choke, and then put her in an arm bar, and it was over. That was it. It was only the fight only lasted a little over 4 minutes,
Mhm.
and that was a quick fight. So congratulations to Lupita. Next fight was Sabina Mazo, the Colombian queen. Coach is a big fan of her. He does interviews with her. She's a popular young upcoming fighter against what's the girl's name again? Let me pull up real quick because it's a Russian girl, Agapova, and she fought some time ago. She hadn't fought for almost a good while because she had a fight. Her debut fight was against Shannon Dobson. Shannon Dobson knocked her out in I think the first or second round, and then she hadn't fought for a good while. So this is her second fight against Sabina Mazo. And the fight went pretty much like this, but it's just Agapova was just dominant. She was just quicker. She was just her hand speed was better. Sabina was trying to set up for a head kick because that was good. That's what Sabina known for, a head kick. She knocked out Jamie Thornton with it, and Lindsey Williams with it. I mean, she beat quite a few fighters. Now, it ended up with her knocking Sabina down and then putting Sabina in a rear naked choke, and pretty much it was over. So she tapped out. So that was it. And see, I'm right now. I'm looking at this thing that Agapova was a fight a girl named Marina Marzo,
Uh-huh.
and she's calling and said, she's mad at Mazo because she ducked out of the fight. Mazo's been ducking plenty of fights, and this is one of the fights she ducked. Now I don't know what was the reason with Mazo's ducking the fight. I can, but what I know is, I do my bodybuilding talk, and over the weekend we just had the Olympia, which is the biggest bodybuilding event. Uh, Moraz, whatever name she is, she was there uh, attending a booth, and I'm wondering if you can, if you had an injury, cause I might try to pull up her on her information here, and wondering why she dropped her fight with Agapova. Because let me give you a second, talk amongst yourself while uh, as I'm working. Now she's Marzo is from the Ukraine. She's Ukrainian. Let's see. I'm gonna look up her. She's called the Iron Lady. So it's the
Okay.
same name that's given to one Jermaine Duck and Run Germanimy. I don't know why. Some of these fighters need to change the name. Now, Moaz or whatever name is. She she has she fought Sabina. They share opponent. Both Sabina fought her, and Sabina beat her. She supposed to fought Pauliana Potero. That was back in 2019. That fight was canceled because of, let's see, what was the thing? Canceled because of Moraz had an injury. So, okay, that's legitimate. And then let's see, let's go back again. She had posted her next fight. Let's see. She had a fight. She fought Marina Morena Silva, who probably fighting Marion Farrat in a few months in a couple of weeks. Then she supposed to fight Montana De La Rosa, and that fight was canceled because she withdrew, you know. And I don't know why this girl, she's just, she's just, I don't know, she's a mess. Her fights, she has so many. I'm gonna send you to on your IG her tap out thing, and you can check it out later. This
Okay.
girl is just, I don't know why. She is even in the UFC. Anybody else, I can understand, so many injuries like that. So like that, I think something like that should be cut a long time ago. Like it's just unfair. Like fighters like Sarah Alpar, who
Yeah.
lost a couple of fights, just lost 2 fights. She fought against Jesse Rose Clark, who debuted, and and she lost. She supposed to fight Talia Santos, and that was supposed to fight her um in December.
Oh wow.
And you know that fight, she withdrew that fight too. Oh my God, she is a ducker. This girl is a ducker. They call
Okay.
her Iron Lady. No, she's a 10-4 lady.
Oh
She
wow.
went to
Let
fought
me.
no, she no, this is like 2020 of December when she supposed to fight Tyler Santos. Then Manon Faryat, let's see what happened. She supposed to fight Faryat, and she withdrew from that fight. And Faryat fought a fighter by the name of Tavern Richie, supposed to be fighting in the next I think in a bit. And Richie was a straw weight, and I don't know how in the hell this girl is still in the UFC if she's you know, withdraw for fights. And
Yeah.
then, she posted her faults, Luana Carolina, and that was this uh next week,
Okay.
and then she withdrew again. What the it's just what these all these I mean, this girl has withdrew. I mean, I think she posted a fault. Uh Agapova. Let me check real quick. I'm gonna go back to
But
Agapova.
before you check, while you check, we'll get S Gotcha 23. On me to my brother.
Okay.
Good afternoon, brothers. How you guys doing?
Yeah, good evening, brother.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm here just I'm watching this baseball game. It's very close. We're in the bottom of the eighth inning. It's tied 4-4. So like I said, this is a must win for the Boston Red Sox. Like I said, because if they win tonight, then they could pretty much close off the series tomorrow. But if they lose tonight, and then they're in trouble tomorrow on Monday. But so far, what did you brothers talk about? Sorry
Well, we
that I
were.
came late.
Oh, I said it's all right. We were talking about. I was talking about Agapova. She called out Renata Mortez. I forgot how to say her name right. And she said, I think she posted that fought that girl instead of fighting Sabina Mazo, or was it Sabina Mazo supposed to fight her? I'm trying to remember which one. And I was saw on her on the LD WMAC site that Agapova called her. I like to punch the bee for lying, and this girl is just a ducker. She is a blatant ducker. I'm looking up. I was telling Al Underrated. I was looking at her record, and she has ducked about ever since she's been in UFC. Other than maybe 2 fights she has actually fought since she's been in UFC. The majority of it she has ducked. She fought Sabina Mazo, lost. And she lost that fight. She fought Mara Buena Silva, lost that fight. She No, she won that fight against Sabina. Won a fight against Bruno Silva, but she lost against um, Carla Esparza, Angela Hill. She won a fight against Danielle Taylor, but after that, you know, her last 4 fights she has withdrew.
Mm.
And I think she posted that fault. If either she said she posted that fault. I believe Agapova. I
Mm.
believe. Let me check. If I think if I look at Acapoga's record, no, I think she's calling her out, calling her a bitch and saying, yeah, I don't think, yeah, because what I found about the girl, she was doing some kind of booth at the Olympia weekend. So, I don't know how you can work a booth at the Olympia weekend but not fight.
So You saw the fight yesterday, George, with Serena Mazo, and she got her butt whooped.
Yeah,
And
that's what. Yeah, I did. All I did was, like I said, I told Underrated. I don't do the stream. All I just do put a search in. I can find it on YouTube, and I did saw the fight, and I feel bad for
well,
Sabina.
but like I said, I didn't really watch the whole card. I only saw like a couple fights. Like I said, I saw the Serena Mazo fight when she got beat up. She got beat up bad. I mean,
Hmm.
Acapulco was just way too fast for her. I mean, like every time, like as Serena Mazo would throw a strike, Acapulco would come back with 3 or 4 shots. And like I said, she hit her with the right hand, dropped her, and then she put her in a rear naked choke. And like
Hmm.
I said, she could have went and, pound her out, but she went with the rear naked choke. And what was the other fight I watched? I watched the Randy Brown and the Jordan Gordon fight. That was the co-main event.
Hmm.
Very good fight by Randy Brown. He put on a striking clinic on Jordan Gordon. And I saw the main event, which I was looking forward to.
Hmm.
And I have to disagree with the judging because like I said, they had a Marina Rodriguez winning 4 rounds, and I disagree with that. I had
No, no.
because I had, like I said, I had Mackenzie Dern win the first 2, just be
Hmm.
based on her grappling. Then I gave rounds 3 and 4 to Marina because, like I said, she was putting up good striking. And then I said going into the final round, it was up for grabs. And like I said, Marina Rodriguez, she was stuffing the takedown, and then she was just putting on another striking clinic on Mackenzie Dern. So to me, I thought that should at least been a split decision win for Marina
Hmm.
Rodriguez. But on the other hand, though, Mackenzie Dern. Now, remember, she was talking about saying how, oh, my striking has gotten a lot better, et
Oh
cetera, et
God.
cetera, et cetera.
Mm.
But when you look in this fight, she was sloppy, and she was pretty much telegraphing her shots. Like you could
Hmm.
see her shots coming from a mile away, man. Don't get me wrong, though. She has a very good ground game, jiu-jitsu ground game, but her striking is just horrible, man. And like I said, she was talking about, oh, I could give Valentina
Oh my
problems.
God.
When you look at it, you don't even have striking to complete with Valentina. I mean, first of all, it's going to be hard for her to get Valentina to the ground. You know what I mean? So I don't know what's up with these fighters nowadays. They keep talking and talking, but yet they don't have the skill set to complete with Valentina. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
She should
Yeah.
have like I said, she should have just on her striking, work on her striking. But like I
Hmm.
said, in that fight last night, her striking was horrible. She was just telegraphing too much shots, and she was just very sloppy, man. Very sloppy. But for Marina Rodriguez, I've been hearing that people say that they should be a title eliminator against her and Joanna Jacek. I would say no, because Joanna Jacek does not deserve no title eliminator because, like I said,
Hmm.
she's been away from the sport for what, 2 years, I believe?
Just
Two
about two
years.
years. Just about 2 years. It had,
So
was it
why?
2019 when she had to
So
fight
why?
against Wally?
Mhm.
Hmm.
So why does she get a title eliminator? I mean, the honest though, the fight makes the sense right now. It's probably a rematch with her and Carla Esparza because Carla Esparza beat Marina Rodriguez. Like I say, it was a close fight, but they gave it to Carla. But I think they should run it back, and whoever wins that fight gets the winner of Rose and Jan Blake, which we all know Rose is going to stop Jan Blake. But like I said, man, I didn't really watch most of the. I only saw a couple of fights because I was looking forward to the boxing fight.
Don't
I was
talk
looking
about it.
forward to.
Don't talk about it. We're
Nah,
not
nah.
mentioning it. We're not mentioning it out here. We're not mentioning it. Don't mention
Uh,
it. Don't mention
like I
it.
said, underrated. Like I said, I was supposed to jump on early on today, but I was doing something very important. Um, but I want to talk about it. Let me just talk about it
No. Keep it to
because
yourself.
I didn't get it. Because like I said, I didn't get a chance to talk to it on underrated's boxing talk, but
La 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 la.
I'm just gonna be honest though. Um, Wilder, he looks good. He looked very good the first couple rounds, and when he got dropped, you could clearly see it. He's like, "Oh, now he abandoned his gameplay because Wilder had a very good game plan the first 2 rounds, working on Tyson Fury's body. You could clearly see Tyson Fury had no answer. But like I said, as soon as Wilder got dropped, you could see the look on his face, like his killer instinct kicked in, where he wanted to get that round back. So he just pretty much he abandoned his game plan, and he went right back to what he was good for. It was just the right hand. And like I said, when he abandoned that game plan, it was over from there. And another thing that I noticed from Wilder is that when he was that I noticed during the fight was that his defense was just very horrible. I like when he backs up, he doesn't have the high guard. He had the high guard to block the shots. He would just leave his chin in the air, and then Tyson Fury would like caught him with like good shots. And I'm saying to myself, I mean, all this time that you was working with Malik Scott, you didn't fix your defense. And like I said, another thing that I noticed about Wilder is that he can't fight going backwards. I noticed that a lot about him is that because, like I said, when Tyson Fury was coming forward, Wilder would just back up. He would just back up. He would at least try to like circle out of the way. And then another thing too is that he keeps circling into Fury's power shot. Man, it's like, listen, he looked good. When underrated. When he was putting out those videos, hitting the pads, he looked good. But like I said, when he got in the ring and when he abandoned his game plan, it was just the second fight all over again. And like I said, it was sad, man, just to see him get laid out like that.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I would say this: he fought through. He had heart. Nobody cannot take that from him. That he fought. He didn't give up and stuff like that. So, but what I'm going to do, we're going to go back to MMA. Yeah. I will do a special boxing. It's going to be a very special boxing live that I said earlier. And we're going to talk about the heavyweight division. What's going to be next of Fury, because with these are questions I want to ask. But I'll tell y'all more about that later on and everything. But we're going to get back to MMA. Which fights are you looking for before this year is
out? Well, like I said, I would say Amanda Nunes versus Julian Pena, because I want to, a lot of people keep talking that shit that, Julian Pena has a shot. That, listen, she don't got no shot. She don't have no shot. Like I said, she thinks that bun breath style is going to work on Amanda. It's not going to work on Amanda. Like I said, that bum rush style, it's not going to work on her. And like I said, Julian Pena has no striking. So to me, I see Amanda just pretty much destroying her. Just destroying her. Get her out of the way. Because like I said, she run her mouth just to get the title shot. I hate that shit. That's because she beat. Well, because like I said, who did she beat to become the number one contender? She beat a Sarah Malcolm. A fighter who's doesn't have it anymore, and then she went on the mic saying, I'm a problem. I'm a problem for Amanda." Okay, we'll see.
But that's the thing she did. Exit, because everybody else. The problem is in the women's division, in most of the women's division, the women don't do nothing. They say if you invite somebody, they don't put on. That's what she did. She entertained the people. She spoke up. Too many women don't don't want to talk. When they get a mic from the face, say who you want to call out, they don't want to do call outs. And that's why she got it, because she was, even though she lost against Jermaine Duranami, she had this fight against Sarah Man. She did what she wanted to do. And I think she was a possible contender after, but then she had a baby, and that put her to the side for a while. It took a while before she came back. She fought Nico. She beat her. And then she just step up, and that's what's about her. She is the type of person that she can play the villain, and that's what make her that type of person, the heel. Like Ric Flair, we got on the mic and talking about he's a champagne drinking, limousine riding, Space Mountain son of a gun. That's what she did. The rest, they act like they basically say they act like scary hoes. That's what it is, and with as you talk about, he says that's a problem that the women, with the guys, When they get a chance to get in the ring, you want somebody like when McNuggets he calls somebody out and yada yada yada, or any other fighters do it. But the women just say they don't do it enough, and that's the problem. Is that old saying, a closed mouth don't get fed. So she didn't have a closed mouth.
Nah, they gave her the fight because there was nobody.
That too. You want to keep seeing old Holly Holm, who's probably suffering from arthritis or whatever, and she needs to go.
Yeah.
Jermaine Duraname, who's go duck and run. And it's just this like now. There's nobody really like. Where's Tanisha Tennant? Where's Tanisha Tennant? That's they need somebody, and I think Giuliano is the only one who step up and say, you know what, I take the fate. Where everybody else is not doing it. No one's not saying anything. Look what happened to that tall Aussie vampire. The poor girl got submitted and she was put into it was just a crazy crazy move, and then they cut her. If anything, I thought they might keep her a little longer, but my guess she was her fight was so embarrassing. They said, we can't keep you. We can't keep you. I mean, that's sad, and we didn't hear anything from her. I mean, I think she's doing some announcing work somewhere. She's still mad at the dude because he called her a 3 a.m. To me personally, she's a cute girl, but the tattoo is the thing that put me off. I mean, I don't like chicks with that many tattoos on. It's just too. That's overdoing it.
So, George, what fight you want to see that you're looking forward to?
Nothing right now. I think the last fight I'll look forward to was Valentina versus Lauren Murphy, and that fight is over. I'm hoping for Caitlin Vieira was crush Cupcake, like 10 cookies in a plastic bag getting crushed by a building. That's a fight I probably look forward. After that, nothing really else. I can be honest with you. I'm waiting for maybe the next Valentina fight, or maybe Rose and Wally, and that's about it. Really, anything else, that's about it.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm just looking forward to the Amanda Nunes fight in December, and that's the only fight that I'm actually looking forward to. I mean, don't forget to next year's Underrated. They just made the announcement that it's in January of UFC 270. It's Francis Ngannou versus Cito Gane. So that's going to be a good fight. It's going to be a good fight for. Go ahead, George.
You got no choice because John Jones in jail.
That's fucked up. Because this time I think they're gonna put John Jones away this time.
Yeah,
they're gonna put him away this time.
He should know. Black men don't beat up on a white woman. If it was a white guy beating on a white woman, no one wouldn't barely blink an eye. He'll probably get maybe probation about it. But you're a black man. You beat on and what about Holly? She his side chick. She can't get it anymore. He's gone. He could be doing time. Him and R. Kelly might be cellmates. I think I don't know what state it happened in, but it just seemed like anytime a black celebrity do something, and it just get more attention than when a white celebrity does something. And that's the sad part about it.
Yeah. Okay.
But for a second. But going back to, as you was talking about the Mackenzie Dern fight, I did see some of that fight. And Mackenzie, she still does throw that blind overhand right. And she has Jason Perillo, who worked with Cyborg. And I was hearing he was yelling at her and trying to give instructions. She is, she needs to go ahead and go somewhere. I mean, go start only. I know she start OnlyFans page or something. I mean, only people really want to watch it can see her Walla Buffalo in those tight shorts. That's all it's about it.
Yeah. Well, I have to say this though. Some women MMA, they hard to look at, man. I had to say it though.
It's true. Yeah,
they are. I'm like, why?
Like this fighter, the Verna Jodorobi. I think she's supposed to be fighting who's Verna supposed to be fighting them? I'm about to forget. I think it's Amanda Ribas. And somebody called Verna Rob Snyder from Deuce Bigelow.
Oh, that's wrong.
That's messed up.
Not bad.
If you look at her, she kind of, and yes, like Amanda Ribas. Amanda's a pretty girl, but oh my god, you don't want to talk to her. She's like somebody's annoying little sister. She's a pretty girl. She got a nice body, but when you talk to her, it's like talk to somebody's annoying little sister.
Well, I have to tell you, as Gotcha 23, man. George, he sent me some pictures of Valerie.
You want to know who? You know who was my? This was way back then. I believe it was like 2016. They were hyping her up. You remember that girl from Japan? Her name was Ridna Cow.
Yeah, Ridna Kai. Oh yeah,
yeah. She was my favorite one. My
yeah.
goodness, man, the pictures that you see of her on Instagram. Holy shit, man, she was my favorite, man. I was sad that when the UFC cut her, man. I believe she went. I don't remember. Let me look this up real quick.
I think she went back to she's fighting and rising for it. And Underrated, she kind of like has a very practically she has like a bodybuilder physique. I will say
yes.
I will say borderline between physique, where she, I think she even thought about competing a few shows. In Japan, they don't do female bodybuilding, but we'll do women's physique. And I think she will be better off as a competitive bodybuilder than an MMA fighter. She hadn't done too well, in a while. I think she had a few good fights in Rise.
Well, get back to Valerie.
Okay. But like I said,
because I'm looking right now when she was in the UFC. Oh wow, this was back in 2014. She fought Misha Tate, and then she fought Leslie Smith, and then after that she left the UFC. And it said that her last fight was 2 years ago, on October 22. So she might be doing something different now.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. I think I could probably find her somewhere. I know I saw some pictures here and there. And let me see. I think we're in the K. It's gonna take some time. But like I said, yeah, she has a pretty impressive body, great physique, attractive. One person that I know people don't like her, but she is attractive, and that is Paige Van Zandt. And they were pushing her hard. She was on Dancing with the Stars. She had a couple of good fights. She has everybody knows that famous as Coach called it, the dinosaur kick she put on Beck Rollins, and that was the biggest thing she had. And after that, she got beat up by Rose, I think Michelle Watterson. Her last fight was against I think it was a Rebus. Yeah. And she beat her up, and then she goes over to bare knuckle boxing. Thought it was gonna be a good thing. She gets beat up by Bret Hart, then gets beat up by what's her name? Just got a name. I know her name. I follow her. She's so pretty. She got so. Oh my god. Anyway, that's this chick. She's from Hawaii. God, you know her name? XA.
Valerie Tato.
No. She has dark hair. She was on the year when they did the 125 for Tough. Dark hair, really pretty. She was wearing a lingerie when they did the weigh-in. Big boobs, nice butt. I mean, what's her name? I forget. I follow her. And she fought Paige in bare knuckle fighting. She beat Paige. Paige supposed to have 3 fights left on her bare knuckle. She had a 3-fight contract bare knuckle. She has 1 more. And I was going to say she was going to fight this girl named Sarissa Sangala, who fought Pearl Gonzalez a while back. She's 0-2. And I thought, and Sarissa's right now, she's trying to get sponsors for her next fight. She already got a fight coming. And I thought she was going to fight Paige because they're both 0-2. That would be a better fight between them, both attractive women, very bountiful women. And I thought it would be a good fight for both being 0-2. But she's fighting somebody else. I forgot who's supposed to be fighting. And Paige, she has that 1 more fight. I hope they don't put her against Pearl, because Pearl, she when she fought that girl Sangala, that girl got lumped up. That girl, she wasn't at the same level as how Joanna looked like, but she was like Aspen Ladd. She had 6 foreheads, so we have forehead look.
Yeah.
Man, it's crazy. Well, like I said,
Yeah.
I'm reading an article. It was like probably like 5 months ago, and it said Riddick Nakao wants to return back to the UFC. This was 5 months ago, so anything could have changed. But um, that's what the article said. I'm just reading it.
Mm-hmm.
That she wants to return back to the U. She wants another UFC opportunity. But this was back in July when this article was made. Um, she said she wants to be the UFC champion. So, let's
Well, I
see.
think with the UFC, if she can't do any better, there's a likelihood that I doubt we ever see her anytime soon. I
Yeah.
think she should just, you know, UFC's not gonna give you. Only person that got a second chance that was Angela Hill,
Right.
and it's rarely if they ever give anybody a second chance. It's very rare.
Uh, yeah.
You know, so yeah.
Right. So let me see. Hmm. Well, the next fight night it's next weekend. It's being main event by Aspen Ladd and Noma Dumont.
Oh.
Um,
Mhm. Yeah, because that's the fight that was supposed to have been Holly Holmes, but Holly dropped out for, you know, injury. I think Holly's getting, what's that, what's that disease you get when you get old, when your bones get brittle? Mm,
Oh.
Holly's about to be 40 years old.
yeah, I think, yeah. And they keep pushing her. They'll push any other fighter who's over that age limit. They don't get that push. I'm a fair Sarah man, and she's no far older than Holly. And a couple other fighters that are almost 40. But because here's the thing about Holly, Holly's not. She has no kids. This is where McKinney Dern talk about, and some other female fighters talk about. If you don't have no kids or not married, you still see guys can see it's a sex fit. I remember back in the day, I was watching this special, and it was about the guy who played Tarzan. He was married, and they gave his wife money and made him divorce her because the women would want to see him single and not have a wife. But some stories said that he actually they said divorce people, but I think she still was living with him as as common law wife, but people thought he was single. And that's the same thing with some of these MMA fighters, especially for straight women, because hey, as a guy you can have kids, whatever else, and you have to worry about seeing the kids. But as a woman, women they have to be there for the children. First few months of life, children depend on mother, and that's the truth of it. And with Holly, she don't have to worry about that. You remember she was married. Her husband, he wanted to have kids. Men we eventually get what we call that we have our biological clock. We want to be. And you think about it. You see, your
Yeah.
friends having kids, and and then you and your wife been together for a while. And, you love your wife, but you want that part of you. You want that genetic part of you to grow. And Holly didn't. I think Holly didn't want it. She didn't really want. She was like she had a boxing career. She had her kickboxing career. She was in the UFC, and then he was getting points. So you know what? I want to settle. I want to settle down. That's why I think it's easy to sell a woman who is blonde, no kids. She has that fan base because they see her. She's a standard. She's a standard in MMA.
So George,
Well,
how do you think the fight would go between her and Aspen Ladd and Noma Dumont?
Mm, it's Aspen's not that good. The funny thing, I don't know why they're pushing Aspen. Only reason why they're pushing Aspen because she's young. I think Norma Dumont is a tough customer, and Norma Dumont is underrated. This is a lady who also has some cakes on her too.
oh yeah, I seen her.
Yeah,
Oh
and I
yeah,
think
you see how
yeah,
you say that, right?
yeah, and Norma's a tough girl. I think she's gonna probably beat Aspen to the punch. Aspen, she's strong. Aspen's strong, but she lacks a skill set, and she relies too much on her strength. She's kind of like the almost like Jessica Andrade. Jessica has a good skill set, but Jessica relies too much on her strength, and that's why she got knocked out by Jermaine Duranami. You know, she doesn't have that great skill set. They only push her because she's just in her late 20s. She's somewhat attractive. That's why she's getting the push. You know, and I think 145. I don't know. She'd be probably better off as a catchweight fighter. If she can't make weight at 135, and if she can't do too well at 145, they should. This is what she do. Thing with women, women have basically a higher BMI than men, meaning have more body fat. It's harder for them. It kills them to cut weight. It really does. You know, I think it does more harm to a woman than it does to a man. Because men, we have a lower body fat. We can lose fat. We can lose weight a lot faster. You know, I think all contracts for women fights should have a catch weight clause. She could have still fought Macy Chase on. Macy Chase on her ass is a big girl too.
Uh-huh.
You know, they could have fought for that fight. You know, but you know what you know, Macy Chaser has the height advantage. What's barely 2 pounds between them two? Yeah, that's some BS. She could have went ahead and fight. And Macy Chaser is another one. Her and Ben Malecki are two women need to go 145. They're killing themselves trying to squeeze to 135. And they know it. I understand that the UFC don't want to develop the 145 division because they see that's the idea of why they don't want to develop that division because they think bigger women can't be pretty. But what's 145 between 135? And there's some women who are at that weight who are attractive. You can push them. Nora Dumont one of them. They had Megan Anderson. Like I said, she's decent looking, but I'm not gonna attack tattoos, like I said again. You know, there's fighters like Olga Rubin, you know, who fought in Bellator, who got cut by Bellator. She's attractive, but the thing is about her, she's a mother. And they don't want any woman who has kids. They don't like, you know, you got to think about it, you know. The ideal is that MMA has always been a boys' club. Even with women coming in, you know, they want to see the ideology of a woman being female. That's why I said again with Mackenzie Dern, she kind of lost a lot of people because the fact is she was married, she got a kid, you know, she lost her appeal. But I think Aspirin, if she don't really put up a good fight plan, you know, this fight's kind of, you know, almost borderline short notice for her. I don't think she got a chance against Norma Dumont.
No, I don't think so either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, it's just, you know, and then you got I think you have finally have Marion Ferriot. I think that's the same fight, same week, right? XA Ferriot.
Yeah, same week.
Yeah, that fight, I don't know. Ferriot's a tough chick. I won't pass over there against Mario Bueno Silva. That fight might go the distance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
We'll see, man.
Yeah.
So, any news so far? That's it for the night.
Well, I'm looking right now. He's in trouble yet again. Joe Bob. If you guys don't know who that is, that's Luis Pena. He just got arrested again on misdemeanor charges of domestic violence.
Again?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody keep giving the break. Put this man in prison.
Yeah, he got in trouble like two months ago. So he's in trouble yet again, man. So he might actually get cut by the UFC. Good fighter, but he's just always causing trouble outside the UFC, man. But
you gotta think about this. If this guy gets cut, you know, we all know can't get right, and first of all, time to get cut for what shit they do. But it's just, you know, I mean, we understand because those two are the big money guys, but if this guy is gonna get cut, these other fighters should be punished for the same thing. It shouldn't matter, you know, how much money they bring. It's bad. They have bad image. I understand that Connor's one of the most popular fighters. I understand John's one of the most popular fighters. But it's just these fighters who get in trouble, you should know better. Especially if you're going to hit a woman. You should know better. Whatever issue you have with that woman, walk away. You are a man. Your hands are weapons, you know. And the last thing you do, one of these days, you're going to get cops say, you know what, this guy's a fighter. I'm going to shoot him right now out the gate to save my ass. You know, that old saying, better be judged by 12 than buried by 6. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. All right, man. So I guess that's it for the night.
there, like I said, there wasn't really no no, nothing really big that got announcement this week.
Yeah,
Well, like I said, it was like they said the UFC 270, Francis and thing you got
Yeah.
announcement. But like I said, this week, nah, it
it's kind of
wasn't
a
really no.
yeah, it's kind
It
of
was
dry because you
it
don't
was
have the
kind of
next.
dry.
Yeah, you have the next pay per view to 267. That's in Dubai. I think that whole fight's a sausage fest. uh, Other than that, that's about it. I mean, it's just
Okay, so we're gonna do like this, man. Brother George, last remarks. Got your rock, last remarks. Y'all both stay in, make my last remarks. Go close out as a family.
okay. Well, let's say the last man came in. He makes his last remarks.
Oh wow.
Maybe
Okay.
I don't
Well,
want him to make his laugh. Maybe I want you to make my last remarks. It's my show.
Okay, okay. Little man, get hard. Okay.
I put my foot
and
up in
that
your
ball
mouth.
is
You know what I'm
caught.
gonna take? I'm gonna take Valerie away from you. That's how I'm gonna do.
You can't take my Valerie.
That's
Yeah,
how.
no.
Yeah.
You how? You have
Yeah,
a
I got
plan,
you.
underrated. You have a
Okay.
plan, or you just a dog kicking cards. Okay, I'll go. Okay. Anyway, folks, if you check out my channel, I did an interview with a great lady by the name of Sarah Too Sweet Alpart. She's a wonderful person. Check out on my channel. Uh, reach out to her. She was just cut by the UFC because of BS. I think she's a great person. She has great opportunity. If you are an organization, you're looking for a real good down fighter, she's a great person. Check her out. If you are a sponsor, she was sponsored by her last fat cat. She was sponsored by Jake Paul. Even though I'm not a fan of Jake Paul, but he's a he what he did was good. It was great. I mean, and in UFC they use that as just a counterfounder against her. But like I said, and also I've done myself a new name. I am now the emperor of WMA talk. So it matter well if I do a lot of content like women's MMA, I should also take that and make that my new subjects. So bow to the emperor.
Okay. All right. I need a drink for that. Okay. Let's got I need a drink for that.
George.
Okay. Let's gotcha. All right. Last remark, please.
First and foremost, I just want to thank my brother Underrated Darkness for making this possible. Without him, we would not be having this MMA talk right here, right now. But I want to, like I said, I wanted to thank my brother George Page for his good
Grazie,
interview he did with
grazie,
Sarah
Yeah.
with Sarah
grazie,
Alpa.
grazie,
I wanted to thank,
grazie.
like I said, I want to thank all the brothers in the chat room that stopped by. I want to thank for the people who put the thumbs like button to show your support to this work that we did this Sunday afternoon, and also, um, like I said, I want to apologize for coming in late because, I'm watching this important baseball game, man. But like I said, this week, like I said, MMA has been dry, but next week, uh, we hope more news gets announced so we can have more of the brothers and sisters come on this panel so we can talk. But like I said, I just want to say thank you all for stopping by this Sunday afternoon to show your support and love, as always, every Sunday. Like I say, stay tuned. We'll be back with talk number 23. Like I said, this is Ghost. Peace and love, everybody.
All right. Stay right there. Make a nice show. Thank y'all. Wasn't that much MMA? I ain't gonna talk about the fight, man. I ain't gonna do that. But we probably gonna have a lot more. It's gonna be the underrated MMA sports talk number 24. We're gonna have a whole lot to talk about. Some interesting matches. Um, if you travel to your destination home, single, family, association, family members, etc., make sure you take extra safety precaution because the climate out there is real and we don't want nothing to happen to y'all. This is the end of the underrated MMA Sports Talk number 23, 24 will be next Sunday. Stay tuned for that. And like I said, try to invite people, y'all. invite some people so they can enjoy the MMA talk because we got some good stuff in here. We got some good stuff. Shout out to the coach and thank your brothers on the panel to always making this happen. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Have a blessed week, everybody. This one is Ghost. Stay blessed.
All right. Peace and love.
Peace and love, Malcolm.